Hi, Conn.
Hi, it's great to be talking to you. You're dressed up as like a modern day Viking today.
Oh, you get to see me. Yes. Thank you for having me.
Well, we were so thrilled to be talking to you. But first and foremost, what are these costumes I've been seeing, these outfits? What are they like to act in for so many hours a day?
Definitely very challenging. We had an incredible costume designer who also did tutors and won an Emmy for it. So everything was very authentic and real. For example, my warrior outfit had lace all the way from the arms to the back to the legs, so they didn't have zippers back then. Very challenging to get in and out of. I think I had about 3 people strapping me in every day. It took about half an hour, but if anything, it helped really to get into character because that's what they would have worn.
So that was kind of like the Spanx of the medieval times, right?
The Spanx, yes, definitely the Spanx of the medieval times. Great way to put it.
What is it about this project? What's it like playing? I know you play a mom, you play a warrior, you're powerful. What is it like playing such a role?
For me, it was such a treat. I've been a big fan of Michael Hirst. Michael Hirst created the show. He did Tudors. He wrote Elizabeth with Cate Blanchett. And he's such an incredible writer, not only writing for women, but also the historical accuracy of it was such a treat. And not only for me, it was an educational journey of trying to figure out who Vikings were and how they conducted their day-to-day lives, but it was such an incredible role of playing Lagertha and getting a chance to embody who she was as a Viking and who she is as a person. I play a character that's based on a real Viking, a real person, so that was such a treat for me to sink my teeth into.
Well, it's a treat to watch you. Now, my understanding is you're 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo, 2nd in karate, but is it funner to throw a big sword around?
Definitely challenging. A sword and a shield and an axe was a new form of weaponry that I haven't got a chance to use or master. So it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge.
So did you want to just throw it down and just go right into black belt mode?
Are you kidding me? I just wanted to throw down my shield and my sword and just throw it and wick out like as a spinning roundhouse kick. But I had to adapt a new way of fighting because shield maidens back then didn't have the foot technique as much as I do. So, but the spirit of combat is similar, of who she is as a person, the fact that she grew up and being taught to be a shield maiden probably got passed on from her from different generations, from her mother and her grandmother. So the spirit of combat was something I could relate to, and how she dealt with different conflicts within her family as well as the community was interesting and similar for me to explore.
All right, now we've got to explore this. What's in the water in Canada that produces so many great actors and actresses?
Oh, I come from a small town, really, but just outside of Toronto, Canada, and I have a very strong family and an amazing support system. And it's nice to be able to visit home and have that. And maybe it's something to do with that and the culture. And Canada is an amazing country to live in. And I'm proud to be Canadian.
Well, we're very lucky to have Canada as our border. We love Canada. I love visiting there. But the most recent roles you've had now is as a Viking and a Ukrainian showgirl. Are you moving more to your European influences?
Great question. You know, for me, I look at each role separately, and it all starts with finding great material. And if the role speaks to me, and if it's something that I haven't tried, and if I can learn something new about myself, diving into a role that inspires me, I'm more compelled to do it.
Well, give us a hint of the Vikings. We're going to be able to see this on the History Channel, correct? And
yes.
Just give us a little bit about how this film is different, or series is different than other projects you've been part of.
Well, I think a lot of people will be surprised. There's a lot of preconceived misconceptions of who Vikings were as people. They think that they're these barbarians with horns coming out of their helmets and just raiding and pillaging different towns. But if anything, this series will give you a chance to have an intimate look of who they were as family members, as fathers, as mothers, as farmers, and hunters and gatherers. So you get an intimate look, and really it's a family saga from the core of it, as well as you get a chance to see the action and the mythology and the different culture and their belief system. So if you want to see, really who they were, and I think you'll really appreciate the show. It's very authentic and very raw.
And what's a cool thing about the Vikings is that women had a very prominent role. Like, my understanding is they could own land, they could divorce their husbands if they wanted to. I mean, they ran the show, kind of like today.
Lagertha, I play Lagertha, and Lagertha is a very strong individual. She is not only a young mother and a woman who's madly in love with her husband, but also a warrior. A woman who would stick up for what she believes in, protect her family, and protect other women, and had gained a lot of mutual respect from her community and from other town people, as well as her husband. It's a marriage out of equality, and it's a very strong character, but women were celebrated then. They were very empowered. It was really, I was very pleasantly surprised when I did my research on that, how powerful women were in the Dark Ages, in the Viking era.
And they still are today.
Yes, of course.
And you represent that today with all your black belts. So with that said, given your tremendous success, so many films, so many projects, what advice would you give to anyone out there living out their dreams?
Go for it. Dream big. You live once. Eventually you just got to keep plugging, and don't stop at anything. I think that's what I would say. That's what my parents instilled in me, and I'm grateful to have that. And hopefully you'll like the show and be able to follow your dreams and whatever you want to do.
We love it. Great, inspiring words. Thanks for bringing this character to life so well and for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, look who's here. It's Rachel D'Alto on the set of Conn TV. What's great is we ask her relationship questions, and this one's a sizzling hot one.
I got one here
ready?
too.
Show me.
No, I'll
show me? Oh, really? We're going to be doing some show and tell. You want to go to our website at connjackson.com and see these answers and other revealing things.